My name is Rachel Bennett, but that wasn't always my name. I was once known as Shelia Davis. I was a top hacker in the Hackers Alliance, the King of Hearts, and then I died. Poisoned by the two people I trusted most, my fiancé Wallace and my best friend Tara. I thought that was the end, but I was wrong. I woke up. God placed my soul into a body that was already dead and brought me back to life in this way. At this moment, I am lying naked on a strange bed, and a man is choking me, but the original owner of this body was not strangled to death. She died from a glass of milk that had been tampered with.
Rachel, you fucking bitch! Go to hell!
This is Victor Sullivan, the husband of the person who owns this body. He hates her, enough to kill her. His eyes burn with hate. I can barely breathe.
Mr. Sullivan! Please let go of her! You're killing her!
She deserves to die! If you kill her, your grandma won't be able to rest in peace.
Grandma. That word makes him loosen his grip.
I'll tell Ivan to send the divorce papers here. Sign it and get the hell out of my sight. I don't want to see your face ever again.
He left. I put on my clothes and staggered towards the sofa. I sit on the sofa, and memories that don't belong to me flood my mind. They belong to Rachel Bennett, the original owner of this body. She was a pitiful girl. She was crazily in love with Victor. Despised, humiliated, and beaten by him. Her father was a scoundrel. Her stepmother and paternal half-sister, Alice, had been taking advantage of her and ruining her. I have inherited all her memories. Her pain, her humiliation, her obsessions, all of them remain in this body. But I am Shelia. I am not the woman who kneels before Victor and begs for his love.
May I come in?
I open the door. Victor's assistant, Ivan Chavez, stood there, holding a stack of documents in his hand.
Mr. Sullivan asked me to see you out, after you sign the divorce papers.
I take the agreement and sign Rachel Bennett without hesitation.
Don't you want to read it first?
No.
Aren't you curious about what you are getting out of this divorce?
There are only two possibilities. Either I am in debt